Hey, let's get going. I've just seen... Oh, stupid stop. Let's get going. I've just seen that there's a cyclist on his way. Yeah, let's get out of here. Don't want to be stuck behind no cyclist. What are you donging at, car? Stop donging at me. How dare you? Now, for any of you that follow the channel, you'll know that I buy a few cars every now and again. It's like a little fix, you know. I don't quite feel myself until I've bought a car. And that definitely goes for today. I felt this morning, I woke up and I thought, hey, I've got a few cars in my favourites list on Facebook. I feel like buying a car. I need to hit that fix and go buy a car. So I went and bought a car. Now, hopefully you've taken a few guesses already from the interior, maybe, for some of you keen eyes out there. But take a look at this damn car. I mean, I think this is probably the most beautiful car that I've ever owned. I mean, look at it. It's a 320i, so it's got the 4-cylinder, 2-litre petrol. I never really go for diesels. I'm not much of a diesel person, although I've never owned a diesel, so, you know, maybe once I own one, I'll get the diesel fix. This 2-litre BMW petrol engine was just... I mean, BMW make good engines, I know that. It makes 170 horsepower, and I tell you what, it's got all those 170 horses. I mean, this car, you know, it absolutely pulls. And, you know, I feel like this car's fairly heavy, but it's rear-wheel drive. I've never owned a rear-wheel drive car before. Unless my A4's rear-wheel drive, I don't know. But for a 2008 car, you know, it's very sort of ahead of its time. I mean, it doesn't have a dipstick, which is also annoying. It has, you know, it has an oil level sensor, which I have to use. I'm not so keen on that, I must say. But, you know, the rest of the car, I mean, the engine's in great condition, the body's in great condition. There's only one tiny little bit of lacquer peel, which I'm going to probably re-lacquer. But, you know, this car is in great condition for being a 2008. And, you know, the interior's in lovely nick, everything. I mean, there's a couple little bits of wear, but, you know, what you'd expect a little bit of wear on a 2008 car that's done 112,000 miles. But it's got no lights on the dash. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this car as it stands. You know, a couple very minor advisories for the last MOT, which I'm going to get sorted out. But I think there's a real good profit in this car, because wait until I tell you the price. You are not going to believe it. So take your guesses now. Have a good guess. Just think on it for a second. What would you pay for this car? So look at this beautiful, beautiful car. What would you be willing to pay for a car like this? And by the way, the aircon works. The aircon works. That's like £1 million more just off that. So I paid just £1,600 for this car. I feel that's a pretty good deal. Now, I know it has 112,000 miles, but it's in really good condition. It's got 2 keys. It's got pretty much full history. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I think I'm the sort of person, I mean, yeah, people have bought these for cheaper, maybe, but I'm the sort of person that would rather pay a higher price for a car that needs less work. And that's what this car is, because it runs great, everything's great. You know, I mean, the most I'm going to do is probably change the spark plugs. I don't think there's no history on them for a couple of years. And in one gear, you know, I felt like there was a bit of spark plug, you know, judder. You know, nothing major, very, very minor. But, you know, this car just, it drives so well. It's the 6-speed. I love this gearbox. It's so direct and smooth. You know, the clutch is good. I could go on and on about all the good points about this car. And for £1,600, I mean, where the hell do you buy German quality of this standard for 1,600 quid on a car that has no problems? It's a coupe, pillarless doors, you know, with those lovely, you know, it looks so elegant. I think this is such a great deal, and I'm going to love driving this car for the time I have it. And, you know, I really don't need to do much to it. I mean, the couple advisories were like the brake hoses, which are pretty easy to get at in the wheel arch, so I'll probably just swap those out, get an MOT on it, maybe a tyre or 2 on the front, you know, and then good clean up. And this car's a £3,000 car, easily. You know, I'll get £3,000 for this car all day, all goddamn day. I'm absolutely in love with this car right now. I think this is probably this might, I know I probably say this for like every car I get, but I think this is my favourite car that I've ever bought. It's rear wheel drive, and I can just feel the way that it takes the corners and the way that it accelerates. Oh, it just goes through the gears so nicely. Ah, it's quick too. I mean, I know it's only 170, but for a little 4-cylinder, hey, it pulls, I'm telling you. I'm surprised there's no turbo on it. It feels that good. I think this probably does beat my Audi TTs, because I've owned 2 Audi TTs. They weren't the 225 BAM, they were the 190, but one of them was modded, so it was probably about 225. I think this car tops it, you know. I think this is the best car that I have ever owned. I shouldn't say that, because I'm on my way home. I've literally just bought it. I'm on my way home. Now that I've said that, it will break down. No, I really don't think this car's going to break down. Everything's good on it. I've had a real good look. There's no rot underneath. Nothing is even slightly corroded. Like, I mean, 2008 isn't that old, but it's getting on a bit. You'd expect to see a bit of surface corrosion, but there's absolutely nothing. It is as clean as hell under there, like really clean. I'm really happy about that. So, you know, I've put 30 quid of petrol in the car, and it's got me a quarter of a tank, but it was pretty much completely empty, so, you know, not too bad. But yeah, I'm in love with this car. I really am, and you know, it's going to be great, and I really don't know what lane I want to get in. So yeah, just a little update. I've bought another car. I'm still waiting for the parts to come in so I can change the cam belt on the A4 Avant. I'm really looking forward to doing that job, because I've never done a cam belt before. So make sure you tune in if you want to see a video of me trying to do a cam belt. I'm sure I'll do it, but it'll be a bit testing, I think, as my first ever cam belt job. So make sure you drop a subscription. That makes me sound like some sort of hospital. Make sure you subscribe down below, drop a like, drop a comment, interact with me, come talk with me in the comments. I'd love to speak to some of you car nerds, because I'm a car nerd, we're all car nerds here, I'm sure. You know, nothing better than a car, is there? We all love cars. So yeah, drop me a comment, drop me a like, drop me a subscribe, and make sure you watch some future videos, because, you know, this car is going to be great. Hopefully I'll make another video on it. Maybe I'll do some more stuff to it. You know, we'll see. If you want to see a review, like a full review of how this thing drives, then, you know, let me know, because I will very happily do that. Anyway, I hope that you are all having a great day. Whatever time it is for you, have a great rest of your day. And I hope to see you again in some of my future videos. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.